This video is going to talk about dividing fractions. Dividing fractions is actually very, very similar to multiplying fractions. But there is one rule that you have to remember, and that rule is to multiply the reciprocal. And when you multiply the reciprocal, what you have to remember is that, I'm going to write it up here, multiply the reciprocal. And here's what that means. It doesn't tell you to do anything with that first fraction, but it does tell you to multiply the reciprocal. What that means is that the first fraction stays the same, 2/5. That division sign changes to a multiplication sign, the multiply part. Reciprocal means to flip the fraction. So that 3/8 is going to become 8/3. Now that you have this with a multiplication sign, you can multiply just like it was a regular problem. Which means you have 2 times 8, which is 16, and then you have 5 times 3, which is 15. And then when we make our ln divide, we'll see that 15 goes into 16 1 the whole time. You're left with 1, so we're going to put that 1 all the way at the top. 1 and 1/15 is your answer. Let's take a look at one more for our second example. Our second problem is going to be 2/9 divided by 4/6. Now it's multiply the reciprocal, not reciprocal to multiply, so that first fraction stays the same. So we get 2/9, that division sign changes to a multiplication, and the 4/6 flips to find the reciprocal, which is 6/4. Now what we can do here is we can either A, multiply like normal, so 2 times 6 is 12, 9 times 4 is 36, and then we can divide by a fractional 1. I'm going to pick, you could pick 12/12, you could pick 6/6. Let's do 6/6. Not make it too big, but still manageable. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 36 divided by 6 is 6. And then we can divide 2/6 by 2 divided by 2/2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And you get your answer of 1/3. There's another way to do this. Same problem, so we're just going to rewrite this again. 2/9 times 6/4. We've already multiplied the reciprocal up here. No need to do it again. Now what you can do is you can look and you can see that 2 and 4 have the factor 2 in common. So you can divide 2 by 2 and get 1. Divide 4, no, don't equal it. Divide 4 by 2 and get 2. So this disappears and that disappears because you're dividing by the same factor. 9 and 6 also have a factor in common. That factor is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9, well, that wouldn't make sense. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So there's something else out of the way. Now, if you're really paying attention, you'll see that there's a 2 here and a 2 here. When there's a 2 and a 2, we can divide both of those by 2, or we can just say we're left with 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Now, if that particular method doesn't make sense to you, don't panic. Just go ahead and use the tried and true method up here where you can show your work a little bit easier than you could down here without squishing it all over the place.